Today we are diving into a wild story, not from the pages of a jungle adventure, but from the heart of rural Bharat. It's about an unreported outbreak sweeping across forested villages, claiming innocent lives. Brace yourselves, it's not a COVID 19 comeback or climate change, it is something deadlier. It is about predator tigers and leopards tearing Indian villages apart. Thank you for tuning in. This is Nadeem. You are watching Empire Diaries. While people in the cities are sipping chai in shiny glass offices, rural Bharat is facing an epidemic of big cats on a killing spree. Tigers and leopards across Bharat's green cover are treating villages like their personal buffet. Tiger attacks and tiger attack deaths are shooting up, but it is not making it to the evening news. Picture this: 53 lives were lost to big cat attacks in Maharashtra's Chandrapur district in just 1 year. Tigers claimed 44 lives, leopards killed 9. Villages in Uttarakhand are imposing night curfews after a surge in tiger attacks. In Bijnor district of Uttar Pradesh, leopards are playing a deadly game of hide and seek, snatching away precious lives. Hold your breath, because here's an alarming fact. Bharat's wild tiger count has now crossed 3,000. Wildlife fans sitting in their comfort zones in big cities are cheering. City people are obsessed with big cats, but this rising number is a serious concern for rural Indians. Why? 75% of the world's tiger population lives in Bharat, and villages in and around the jungle areas are sitting targets of the predators. Urban people feel uncomfortable to talk about it, either because they are insensitive, or they are misled, or they have some hidden agenda. When big cats go on a rampage, it is only a filler in the news. It is shown for a few fleeting seconds on TV, and newspapers will slot a small square space in the inside pages. That's it. Human deaths due to big cats are a footnote, but if humans get near a tiger, forget even killing it, it becomes breaking news. When villagers kill tigers in self defense, it is reported as a heartless attack on an endangered animal. But what about the endangered rural humans? Do your own research and you will see what I mean. Look for news reports about hunters poaching tigers and leopards, and look at news reports about predators killing villagers. Look for the same two things in newspapers as well. You will find a clear difference in coverage. The news is played up only when humans kill predators. Why the double standards? Why are rural human lives less precious than big cats? There is a standard argument that urban people make, a misleading argument. They say humans are paying the price for trespassing into the habitat of the big cats. But here's a thought: why not create a safety net for the villagers? Villagers don't walk into a forest just to disturb the big cats. In many cases where villages are in jungle areas, big cats target people because they are easy prey. Often villagers have to pass through forests daily to go for work or to earn their livelihood. They become easy targets for predators. That's a routine story. In contrast, stories of poaching and hunting by villagers are rare. Let us zoom out and try to understand who calls the shots when it comes to tiger conservation in Bharat. Foreign players are involved, it seems. Over 17,000 foreign companies operate here, and we host a flood of NGOs and think tanks. Many of them have a knack for animal welfare. Western pop culture is full of animal love. Now that's fair enough, but only when you see it in isolation. If you look at it in the context of the outbreak of predator attacks in Bharat, the approach looks wrong. It is inhuman to ignore tiger attack deaths and hype up animal welfare. Why should we let outsiders dictate our wildlife narrative? We should look at it from our own perspective. Let's take an example. Take the role of the WWF, or the Worldwide Fund for Nature, in the Sundarbans area of Bengal. The Sundarbans is home to the Royal Bengal tiger. Now this NGO from Switzerland has shown an unusual tendency to prioritize tigers over villagers in the Sundarbans. A few months ago, the homepage of the WWF's website displayed an atrocious report about honey hunters in the Sundarbans. The report's heading was "Harvesting Honey and Protecting Tigers." Ideally, the heading should have been "Harvesting Honey and Protecting Humans." Clearly, the WWF makes it clear who is more valuable in the Sundarbans. It's the tigers, not the humans. Who gave them the authority to decide the local biodiversity agenda? In the Sundarbans, you will find multiple communities of widows. They are poor and defenseless villagers who lost their husbands to tiger attacks while they were out to look for honey. That's the actual reality of honey hunters. When poor men in the Sundarbans head into the jungles to collect honey, they don't know if they will come back alive. The WWF is supposed to know this very well, but it is more interested in saving tigers. Remember the 1990s when cable TV invaded our homes with Western wildlife channels? People loved it at that time. We also saw Hollywood heroes joining hands with our environmental authorities and stakeholders. If you notice, since then we are constantly being gaslighted into valuing big cats over our own people. The cable TV invasion 30 years back involved Discovery Channel, Nat Geo Wild, Animal Planet, all are Western owned channels. Then there are National Geographic magazines that entered schools and libraries. Hollywood star Leonardo DiCaprio teamed up with the Indian Environment Ministry in 2010 for a Save the Tiger project. Are we dancing to a Western tune and valuing wild animals over human lives? Bharat itself has its own legacy of the Save the Tiger hype. The National Tiger Conservation Authority, created in 2005, started the drive with dozens of tiger reserves. Project Tiger, a mission going back to 1973, focused on breeding more tigers in Bengal. Then there is the Wildlife Institute of India. The autonomous body has been around since 1982, carrying out biodiversity research. And who can forget the recent cheetah reintroduction program, a favorite subject for the urban media? There are so many foreign funded NGOs, think tanks, and cultural outposts on Indian soil today. It is clear we are allowing them to manipulate our perception of wildlife. Here are some deep questions. Do foreign players have an agenda to focus only on our endangered wild animals? In human predator conflict zones, why should we not prioritize endangered people? Why are we relying on foreign wildlife TV channels and Hollywood stars to understand wild animals? Don't you think the Save the Tiger campaign is an insult towards helpless villagers? Villagers living in fear in Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttarakhand, Karnataka, and the Sundarbans in Bengal. We need to wake up at two levels. One, we should stop imitating the West and its obsession with Indian wildlife at the cost of human lives. And two, urban Indians need to shed their blind fascination for predators. They should first think about how to save fellow human beings at the mercy of big cats. It's easy to lecture about animal rights from the safety of high rise buildings and bungalows. It's not easy when you are out in the jungle where your home is, unprotected, defenseless, and tracked by predators. Picture yourself at the wrong end of the gun and you will know. Are we too colonized and too disconnected to share this obsession with predators that prey on humans? Don't just focus on big cats, focus on our priorities. Let's turn the narrative around and start valuing all lives. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we publish a report. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Send get updates to 98210 for news and analysis you are not told. Visit our website empirediaries.com for in-depth reports and columns. Stay informed, stay awake, and think critically.